Hello YouTube, this is Dazza the Cameraman, and this is another episode in the ongoing saga of Eric the Angry Catfish and his claims that the moon is cartwheeling or flipping as it crosses the sky and supposedly doing something which it shouldn't be doing. Now tomorrow night, when the moon is visible, as seen from many places around the world, particularly the Northern Hemisphere view as we have here, the moon will be below and between Saturn and Jupiter, which provides a very convenient and helpful opportunity for us to see what's actually going on in the background as the moon crosses the sky. So I've got the location set to Denver, Colorado. Catfish lives in Colorado. The time here is set to 6:30 p.m. and at this time the sky will still be too light for Saturn to be clearly visible, and possibly Jupiter as well, but certainly by 7 p.m. the sky should be dark enough for us to be able to see Saturn and Jupiter. But what I'd like people to do is to take a particular note and better still take some photos of the moon, Saturn and Jupiter as they cross the sky. As soon as the sky is dark enough for you to be able to take photos of Saturn and Jupiter and the moon. I do have the moon enlarged considerably here to make it easier to see when I'm zoomed right out, as I am here. So this is artificially large. As you can see, I've got Tycho crater marked here. It's towards the bottom of the moon, approximately 6:30 position. And I've got a couple of pole markers and the meridian line there. The moon is coming up to first quarter moon, which looks like half a moon, and so we've got the illuminated side here. Now let's run this forward and see what happens to the imaginary line between Saturn and Jupiter as we follow the moon across the sky. Here we go. Now let me just bring that back because I didn't center the moon. Okay, so I'm just going to bring that back so we can start that again. My bad. Okay, and already you can see the difference there. So Saturn and Jupiter, let's look at the line between them as we follow the moon across the sky. You can see that the moon is rolling over due to field rotation, and we can also see that that line between Saturn and Jupiter has also rolled over considerably. Not 180 degrees, mind you, and Catfish, you will never see the moon rotating 180 degrees as seen from your location in Colorado. You would see the moon rotating approximately 180 degrees if you lived on the equator, but not from your latitude in Colorado. And in the same way, I do not see the moon rotating 180 degrees, and I've never said that I've seen the moon rotating 180 degrees. I was quoting you. You were the one that said that the moon rotates 180 degrees. And yet you could not provide proof. Instead, you went to one of my videos which actually showed the moon rotating approximately 90 or 100 degrees, not 180 degrees as you claim. And furthermore, I'm still waiting to see proof from you that you've seen Tycho on top of the moon. You will never see Tycho crater on top of the moon from your location. It's impossible. So if you're going to make that claim, then you need to front up and provide your own photographic proof that you took yourself from your own location of Tycho on top of the moon. It's pointless going to my videos. They were taken in the Southern Hemisphere, where my view is upside down to yours. So it's a bit pointless showing my videos, and my videos don't even show 180 degrees rotation anyway. So there we go, folks. Tomorrow night, when you watch the moon, look out for Saturn and Jupiter, which will be above the moon, and note how that imaginary line between Saturn and Jupiter also rotates as we follow the moon across the sky. And this is because of what we call field rotation. You can see all the background stars are moving in the same way. The same thing also happens with constellation Orion, for example. Now let's change the date. Let's go ahead a month and let's find Orion. Where's Orion? There it is. There's Orion. So let's bring Orion back an hour or two to when it's just coming up over the horizon. And let's look at Orion's belt. You can see Orion's belt there is pretty much straight up and down as it comes up over the eastern horizon. I'm going to center in on Mintaka, which is that top star in Orion's belt there. And let's run this forward as we follow Orion as it goes across the sky. Here we go. Watch what happens to Orion's belt as we follow Orion across the sky. What's happening? We can see it tilting. Here comes the meridian, which is the line between north and south, and we can see that Orion's belt has tilted right over. It's now coming up to horizontal. It is now coming past horizontal, but certainly not 180 degrees. Again, you would have to be on the equator to see Orion's belt actually rotate 180 degrees as it crossed the sky from east to west. This is field rotation. Unfortunately, some people don't seem to be able to grasp what they're seeing, and so they have to decide that the sky is falling like Chicken Little and that some terrible thing is happening with the moon, when in fact all it is because we're following an object across the sky, just the same as following an aircraft across the sky would appear to rotate as you took photos of it. Thank you for watching.